Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. In the last episode, we learned that explosions and bungee jumping without a bungee are not enough to kill Cid. We found him over at the Dwarven Castle, and he modified the Falcon so that we can now travel over lava and explore the rest of the Underworld. We're technically supposed to go to the Sealed Cave, but we are going instead to the Cave of the Sylphs. Yeah, this is one of the optional side dungeons with lots of treasure and a great place to level up, especially at this point in the game. You do not want to come here until you have Rose at level 35 so that she can learn the levitate spell or float, depending on the translation. It's usually called float in most Final Fantasy translations, the official ones. You want to cast, actually I'm just going to do that now actually since I'm already in the menus. You want to cast levitate on the whole party. You can do it as one single cast on everybody, which is good. 8 MP, that'll burn up a lot if you try to do it individually on everybody. But you want to cast float because you see those glowing green spaces over there? Those are damage floors. In the original NES Final Fantasy games, those damage floors would only have caused like 1 HP of damage, and you wouldn't encounter random battles when you walk over it. There's a lot of advantages to just, if you wanted to avoid fights, you could just take 1 HP of damage per step, and you'd wind up with getting hurt less often just by deliberately hurting yourself. But that's not the case in Final Fantasy IV. I guess the Japanese creators decided since they were making a game for the Super Famicom, they would have to make super damage floors as well, or something like that. But anyway, so with the float spell cast, you can walk over these without taking damage. If you walk over these without it, each party member will receive 50 HP points of damage per step. And we got a monster picture book here, and some angel arrows, which I forget what they do. They're probably holy elemental, just stronger than the normal holy arrows. We'll have to come back for that third chest. We can't get it from this end. There's some walls we can walk around. And we have a battle with the Toady Witch and Toady Toads. You want to defeat the Toady Witch first because, this battle, I don't think you actually receive any actual damage, but the Toady Witch will command the Toady Toads to cast the Toad status on the party. And all my melee fighters are like that. That's just great. But basically, I'm going to wait and see if she'll cast the Toad spell on us, if we can turn anybody back. And I will have Rydia cast the Toad spell on the Toady Witch. Because once you get turned into a toad, the only spell you can cast is the Toad spell. Oh wow, that was nice. And I'll just have oh! Okay. She still talks to him like that, but it doesn't really do anything. Now I'll just have Rydia start turning the other guys. No, do not multi-target. Turn Kane and Edge back to normal. If you defeat all the Toady Toads without destroying the Toad Witch, she'll turn herself into a toad like that. And it'll just be okay, and the rune staff causes silence. But what was I saying? But yeah, she'll turn herself into a toad and just be there, and nothing really happens. So yeah, it's an annoying status ailment, but this battle I don't think you can ever receive damage. Oh, and she just turned herself back to normal. Okay. And she's been silenced, so she can no longer cast a Toad spell. And she's been defeated. Alright. So it's more of a headache than anything, but we get a dry Ever. That's not too bad. Alrighty, Rydia, let's fix up. No, not sleep. Let's fix up Edge. Okay, Edge is back to normal. Yeah, when you come. Oh, by the way, when you come into this cave, make sure you have everyone equipped with either the ruby rings or the rune rings, which I have. Kane and Cecil have ruby rings. Everyone else is rune. Those have resistances to certain status ailments. The ruby rings prevent Piggy. The rune rings prevent silence. It enables the, it negates the Marlboro's bad breath status ailment. And we have Dream Evils. Okay, these enemies are susceptible to both Toad and Piggy. I think they're vulnerable to, I want to say projectile weapons. I'm going to have Rydia cast the Toad spell on them because that's more effective than the Piggy status, because that way it'll affect their ability to do physical damage as well. It's basically like combining Piggy and Minnie at the same time. Yeah, I'll just have her attack. I don't know if it'll work on them all. Alright, we turned them into Toads, so the worst of the battle is behind us now. But these guys have a set pattern, basically. They'll first do Fire 2 spells, then they'll do a physical attack, and then they'll try to put you to sleep. And they'll repeat this over and over and over again. So that's pretty much it there. Yep, see, now they're trying to put you to sleep. I guess I'll do some healing while I'm here. Okay, that's one more to go. Yeah, these guys can be pretty brutal, and they get paired up with a lot of other enemies too in this cave. So you'll probably see those guys fairly often, so just turn them into frogs and that'll do it. Alright, moving on to the next basement floor 2. Okay, every time you enter a new area in this dungeon, you have to recast the float spell, or levitate. I don't know why they did that. They couldn't just, I guess it's a limitation of the game or something when they programmed it. Okay, there's 2 paths. We're going to take the back path for today, or for now. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to do the whole dungeon today, but just in case, it's better. I prefer to do the back staircase first, and actually, oops. Yeah, we have the mobiles, or the Marlboros. And they have bad breath, but it doesn't do anything to us because we are resistant to one of the status ailments that the technique causes. We'll do bio with Rydia. Yeah, don't worry too much about using your MP because we won't be here that long. And actually, I think these guys are susceptible to either, like, I want to say it's either Piggy or Toad. I forget which one. But yeah, I should have Rydia use the apparition rod next time. Alright, that's one down. Let's see if the... crap. Yeah, that attack causes HP sap. Nope, it's not Piggy. It must be the Toad status that they're susceptible to. And they're pretty heavy hitters. Alright, Ed should finish it. Nope. Maybe Kane will finish it then. So let's cast a Toad spell, just to be sure. Alright, never mind then. The battle is won. That's a lot of experience points. Yeah, we're technically not expected. The game expects you to go to the sealed cave, but I just prefer to story things happen, and it makes it better to do this stuff here. And we get the fairy rod. We can finally equip Rydia with something besides the apparition rod now. Not the killer bow. Forgot that she could equip bows. But yeah, it increases her attack power, which really doesn't matter much. But this, it also increases her will, or wisdom, I mean. It increases her black magic power by another 5 points more than the apparition rod does. I mean, it's good to hang on to the apparition rod just in case. Alright, just some more Dream Evils. Let's go on. I guess go this. Yeah, we have a new enemy, the Mammon. Not quite like the Mammon machine, but yeah, these guys, they're counted as mage enemies, so if you have mute arrows, you can do some extra damage to them. I think I don't think they're susceptible to the Toad status, I could be wrong, but I'm going to have Rydia still cast the toad spell on everybody anyway, just to get the dream evils. I want to say that they cast Berserk too, but I might be thinking of enemies from Final Fantasy V that pretty much look the same. And we have Edge's Suiton, the water technique. Not too bad. Okay, yeah, okay, they counterattack magic with Berserk. So we'll turn those guys into frogs. Yeah, and I think the Mammons are susceptible more so to fire attacks, but I didn't want to heal the Dream Evil, so I tried the water instead. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to really say about these guys. Just wail away at them. Not too concerned about the frogs. I'll have Rydia cast Bio. Get these guys eventually. But yeah, they're pretty heavy hitters, but again, you know, we're sorta kinda low level for this kind of area. Alright, that's one Mammon down. Cast Bio on these guys. But yeah, they counter every magic spell with the Berserk status. But yeah, it won't be much longer. We'll have these guys cleared out. We'll touch up Cecil there. Alright, just the Mammon to go. And he casts Berserk on himself. We gotta get him now, because his physical attacks were already pretty high, and now they're increased even more so. So, hopefully Cecil finishes them off. If not, Kane should do the trick. There we go. Alright, Cecil gained a level, and so did Kane. But alright, you pass through this wall here, and we can go into this wall as well. We cannot go into that room with that little teleporter platform yet, though. And this wall is solid. So let's go to the next floor. Again, you gotta recast Levitate. Yeah, this place is a bit of a maze. It's easy to get lost or forget where to go sometimes. Alrighty, Rosa just learned Reflect from that battle, which is very useful in the next coming dungeon. Okay, that is a solid wall. I was starting to have second thoughts there before the battle started. Alright, we have some more treasure. Let's see, we have a Bomb Spirit, which causes you to self-destruct, 3,000 gil, a Remedy, and 2,000 gil. Alrighty, not bad at all. And we have some more chests down here. We have another monster picture book we'll probably never use, an emergency exit in case we really need to get out and don't have enough HP for a teleport, a Maiden Kiss, and another one of those, and an Ether. Alright, now let's drop into this pit here. We're at basement floor 3. Once again, we have to... No, don't cast minimum. I don't want to be tiny, I just need to fly. You know, Red Bull, it gives you wings. On your feet, apparently, or something like that, I don't know. We come up here, and we walk through this wall, and take a teleporter. And once again, we levitate. And I'm amazed we didn't encounter any battles in between then. But okay, here we go. Each of these 6 chests has a monster in it, so, or a monster battle. So, let's go. Alrighty, that was a battle against 6 Dream Evils, and we got a Red Fang for that. I believe that's like an ultimate tier fire item. Yeah, it's a strong fire attack against all enemies. Alrighty, and in this box we have more monsters. Alright, that was a battle against 2 Mammons and 2 Mulbulls, or Malboros, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I cast a Toad on the Malboros, and Silence on the Mammon so they can't berserk anybody, and just kind of went to town on him. These battles have been taking quite a bit, but for that battle, we got a weapon for edge, the Full Moon Boomerang, which is a little bit stronger than his Ashura Blade, and it does additional damage to enemies weak against projectiles, like flying types. Okay, this battle in this chest should be another 6 Dream Evil, so I'll be casting Toad on the whole lot of them, and I'll be right back. Alright, yep, it was 6 Dream Evils again, and we got a White Fang for our trouble there. That, I think, is like an ice attack against everything, I want to say. Yeah, it's a strong ice attack against all targets. I may or may not keep that, but I'm not really that hopeful for any use for that. And in this chest we have more monsters. Alright, that time it was 4 mobiles. We turned them into toads, made quick work of them. Well, relatively quick. These battles have been taking quite a while in this episode. But for that battle we got Cecil, a new weapon. A very potentially useful weapon, actually. It's much better than the Ice Brand at this point, since none of the enemies are weak against ice. We have the Avenger Sword, which is a dual-wielding weapon, even though I don't think it tells you anywhere. It might in the item screen if you look, but it automatically inflicts Cecil with Berserk status. So you don't even have to issue commands to him. He'll just go to town on the enemies without any abandon whatsoever. So that'll be useful. There's certain battles where you'd want to switch that out with something else, but because Cecil will be berserked, it'll also do additional damage more than what it says its attack power increase is. There's like a 50% increase by being berserked as well. Anyway, this should be another 6 Dream Evils. I'll quickly have Rydia cast Toad on him, so I'll just have to survive the barrage of fire 2 spells at the start of the fight. Holy crap, Cecil was a beast in that fight. And he was one-shot KOing some of those enemies after they got turned into toads with that Avenger Sword. I don't think I've ever actually used it before, to be honest. I think the whole Berserk status thing must have turned me off in previous playthroughs, because I just prefer to control my party members, but Berserk has its benefits, definitely, in this game. And for that battle, we got a Blue Fang, like we got as a drop back in the Tower of Babel. I think I sold the old one, but it's a strong thunder attack against all targets. I'm gonna hang on to that. It might come in handy. I just may use it, actually. Or one of those fangs, I forget which one. And we have some more monsters. And it's a new monster, actually, the centipedes. I want to say these guys can cast the Quake spell, but I might be thinking of a similar enemy, and wow, that was relatively easy, actually. Okay, well, never mind. That was painless. King didn't even get into the air, but he gained a level. And for that battle, we got some Medusa arrows, which I believe can inflict the petrification status. Okay, as I was so rudely interrupted, this teleporter will take you outside of the dungeon. And I believe next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, we are going to do the rest of the Sylph Cave. Alright, this has been Phoenix Down, and I will see you guys next time.